What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this short video here, I just wanted to talk about how much I hate that we seem to always talk more about our struggles rather than our achievements. Now, too often time when we talk about our story, whether it be about our past, present, or what our future holds, it's always seemed to be ridding and laced with just strife, struggles, and sorrows, offering us little to no hope. But I don't know about you, but that seems to be very unhealthy. It's definitely unhealthy for me in terms of my mental state. And it just helps cultivate what I've seen of late, a real victimhood narrative and a victimhood mindset that we believe we can't achieve, or it's going to take us 10 times harder than the next man to achieve it, and we have to work twice as hard to get half as much credit. And all that does is it puts us into what I like to call a rage mode. Now, what I mean by that is because we're constantly talking about pain and trauma and struggles and strife, any little friction that we have, particularly between other groups, we tend to lash out especially harder just because we have perceived that these other groups have caused the pain and trauma. So any little friction, any little conversation which seems to go differently, we take it a lot harder than other people would assume. And then the classic race car comes out. But judging it from everything holistically, you can always understand why. Obviously, I can't excuse some of the things that I've seen and some of the exchanges that I've seen, but you then begin to understand exactly why it is that people lash out in the way that they do, just purely because if every single time you're hearing and seeing things which causes that pain and trauma to come up, then it's no question that any little friction just pushes you over the edge. And this is what I like to call the rage mode. Now, I for one believe, especially in this day and age, I know people seem to disagree with this one, judging by everything that's going on in this day and age, that we are incredibly fortunate to live in a time and a place, especially in the UK, whereby the standard of living is very high in comparison to other nations, and the ability to achieve your goals, financial freedoms, is more determined on you as an individual in terms of what effort you're planning and what you're willing to do and what you're willing to sacrifice, as opposed to a predetermined set of situations that you have no control over, i.e. whether you're born into a particular type of family or a caste system or even the color of your skin, where, as we know, in previous times, those things would all make all the difference as opposed to your individual talent. So with that all being said, this is why I believe it's very important that we should provide more attention and more airtime to positive stories, just so it helps us. I won't say necessarily it provides hope, but just puts us back into reality that, you know what, we are achieving out here because we can achieve, and it is something which helps heal the mind and helps us move forward, as opposed to harking on to the past and keeps us stuck and stagnant. And that leads me onto the image onto the screen. Now, the image on the screen is of a young lady named Vivi, short for Victoria. Now, she's the founder and CEO of Sunmo. Now, Sunmo is a brand of crisp. It's plantain crisps, which comes in different flavors. Now, this brand has gone from being sold in Whole Foods Market to now being sold nationwide in Sainsbury's. And this is definitely a story which deserves a hell of a lot more attention from us as a community and as a people, and we should be pushing it, as opposed to the usual BS stories and all the other historical traumas and everything that we always seem to regurgitate. But these are sort of stories that I would love that we will dedicate our time to. I mean, I know Black History Month is coming right around the corner in October, so these are sort of things which I would love to see on a more often basis. Not in terms of trying to paint it in what struggles you overcome, because let's be honest, to do this, you'll always have to overcome struggles. But just as a normal person trying to fulfill her dreams, she managed to do it, she achieved it, therefore, why can't you achieve it? So, again, these are sort of news stories which I would love being pushed. Again, I've not seen much chatter on it at all. I mean, to be fair, I got a big up ZZ Mills because she tweeted this out, and that's how I got wind of it. So again, big up to her. But I've not really seen many major newspaper articles on this. I've seen a couple, but again, not major ones. So yeah, it's definitely something which me and myself, when I do find these stories, I definitely push out on my channel just to provide that airtime and just to say, look, this is the reality where we're at today, and this is what you can achieve. Because again, we're in a time and place where we can do that as long as you put your mind to it. There's always sacrifice involved in achieving things. Don't ever get it confused. There'll always be sacrifice. There'll always be hardship. This is not new, not to any race, not to anybody. That's always the case. But if you're willing to put in that hard graft, guess what? You can achieve it. So, big congratulations to Vivi on fulfilling your dreams. On a side note, though, it looks like at the moment these crisps are only available in the south. So, that's quite typical, but living in the 5, unfortunately, I'll have to wait until it comes further up north, so I'll have to taste it to be able to taste it for myself. But yeah, that's it is what it is right now. But yeah, anyway, congratulations again to Victoria, and I wish you all the best and all the success in the world. And thanks for listening, everybody. Until next time.